were older rides in 1950s amusement parks safe. Imagine stepping into a world of bright lights and cheerful music, eager for fun. But have you ever wondered if those vintage rides from the 1950s were truly safe? Back then, amusement parks were seen as wholesome family spots, full of excitement and joy. The rides were simpler and slower than today's high-tech thrill machines, which helped keep risks lower. Parks like Coney Island had their own safety inspectors who checked rides regularly. For example, Coney Island employed a safety inspector for 17 years in the 1950s, and during that time, there was only one minor incident reported. This shows that parks relied heavily on practical, hands-on checks rather than strict rules. However, there was no federal agency overseeing ride safety in the 1950s. Each amusement park or company was responsible for its own safety standards. This meant safety could vary a lot from one park to another. Some rides were built with sturdy materials and designed to be safe, but others might not have met modern safety expectations. Rides from that era often used simple mechanical parts, which could wear out over time if not maintained properly. Because of this, accidents could happen, but they were rare and usually minor. Most visitors in the 1950s trusted the parks because they looked safe and the rides were not overly intense. People believed that the parks cared about their safety, especially since major accidents were uncommon at well-known parks like Coney Island. The rides were designed to be exciting but not dangerous, which helped create a feeling of security. Still, some rides from that time would not meet today's safety standards. The lack of national safety laws meant that safety depended a lot on the park's own rules and maintenance. Over time, some accidents did happen, which led to calls for better safety laws and inspections. These changes came many years later, after the 1950s. But during that decade, amusement parks relied on local inspections and the good judgment of ride operators. In the end, rides from the 1950s were generally considered safe for their time, thanks to practical checks and community trust. They offered a nostalgic sense of innocence and fun, even if they didn't have the strict safety rules we have today. That mix of simple thrills and personal care is part of what makes 1950s amusement parks so memorable.